red, blue, white, blue. Red, blue, white and blue. Red, blue, white and blue. And there goes the silver car. Now, if you will recall, when I get into lemon tree, and there is something there. When I get into the spiritual realm, spirits, and there's dog barking now, come to me in waves. The red already signifies there's blood. Second silver car, and back to white. So, in terms of intensity, we spoke about that white is the initial stages, the initial spirits, which goes to silver, which means it's a bit more intense, which then goes to blue, then black, which is the last color. By my interpretation, that is how God has worked it out for me to gauge the level of my warfare. To gauge the level of my warfare. There's someone who's crying, and I think you know who it is. In terms of, I have released a word concerning this woman and her marriage in the past. Your husband continues to cheat on you, and that is affecting your ministry. You're in ministry and you're being cheated on, and that is affecting your ministry. So, eremre extreme endro kerembres kedai. You need to make up your mind. You need to decide. You need to make up your mind. You need to decide. Some people here, are we? Hey, long time. How are you, Chief? Chill, man. Oh, yeah, there's people coming this side. All right, so that is the youth, the future. So you need to decide, and I think the best decision for you is to leave. The best 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to count 5, 3 men and 2 girls. 3 men, 2 girls, 3 and 2 and 5. You need to leave. You need to leave. It's gonna affect your ministry. It's gonna fry. There is a blue BMW that passed earlier. So blue, silver. So that is the intensity in red. So white, red, blue. White, red, blue. Over there. And silver ahead of me. So that is the intensity that we are dealing with today. The white again signifies the initial stages. The silver and the blue are the more intense. So the warfare today is going to be a little bit more intense. As you can suspect, it gets more sarandre kerai, and I am being surrounded now. It gets more intense as we carry on. So we are back to the white. White going this side and silver going the opposite. Haval. White and silver. So Rai, Embrai, Serai, Setara. So it is again, it's a continuous cycle. Central Park, New York. Partly Central Park, partly Times Square. And I am seeing, who is this young lady? Blue. I just picked up some tablets. I will show it to you now. Blue. Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys. And what does this tablet say? Doesn't really say what they're for. Tablet name. It's the name of the person. Medicine. Lubre. Libomax. 5 pills. So there's something about pills. Something about New York. And there's something about Alicia Keys and pills in New York in Times Square. Sambre Narea Pernevendroineskedoba. Something about these two. Something about these two. Another blue BMW here, so there's a blue there. There's a white car behind me, and there's a guy in red ahead of me. So blue, and that's a silver car. So they are going around in circles, the spirits. Another third blue BMW. Now I'm taking note. 3 blue BMWs in a space of a few moments. Now I am on alert. Now I am on alert. Extreme. Someone on that side. Red and blue. Here. K. Zomer Nevar, which stays on that side. There is a witch there. I'm not gonna engage her. And what else? Nothing else. Okay, so Alicia Keys, blue, pills, Times Square, Central Park, something. We'll see what that word means. There's some alcohol bottles here. It's 1, 2. Remember there were 3 guys earlier. 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 women. So 3 guys, 3 guys, 3 guys, and 2 girls. And there are 3 bottles here and 2. And there's one here, which is a different one, which is the main one, which is 666. Who amongst of you drinks wine? Natural sweet red. Red car. Natural sweet red. Havel. So alcohol and pills. Alcohol and pills. Alcohol and pills. I don't know what they all mean. They all come together eventually. But for now, as you know, early on, I am just gathering information. Silver car. I am just gathering information. Archie. Say. Korabrani. Sela. Okay, we'll leave that on the side for now. But I know the alcohol has to do with those kids that I saw earlier. The pills. I can kind of made a logical deduction how that I might apply to Miss Keys. I am in a dream state right now, or in a spiritual state, which means I don't even see myself as I'm making this video. I feel like I'm dreaming. So I don't know where I am right now, which means I am fully in the spirit. I know the area that I am walking in, and I pretty much know the direction that I'm heading in. But yeah, I don't know how to describe it to you. I don't know where I am. In the spirit, I don't know where I am. In the natural, I know where I am. I can see myself here, partially. But my spirit, man, is so expansive right now that, yeah, it's a bit hard to keep up. Spirits. A stain. I'm hearing the name Victor. I'm hearing the name Victor. Going back a little earlier, leave your husband. He's not going to change. And it's going to affect your ministry. Yes, if you divorce, that is also going to say something about you. But I assure you, it is better. Please excuse me. There is something around here between these two twin towers. Twin towers. And I can sense that there's someone looking at me from these apartment blocks here. Sora. Is a Mercedes that just passed, a G something, silver car, white, blue, and red. White and silver. This is obviously a busy road, so the colors and the cars would come on a more frequent basis. Can you hear me? I'm talking, but I can't hear myself, which means I really am not, and I don't even think I'm on the earth anymore. I think my spirit has gone somewhere very far, because I can't catch up to it at all. I don't know where it is. So this video is going to be an interesting one, because I am fully in the spirit. KFC. Fully in the spirit. Alright, so red, silver, white. First orange car of the day. Woo! And which? White, silver, Porsche. White, silver, white, silver, white. So now when that pattern, white, silver, when a pattern like that repeats, just as with the blue BMWs, I'm tasting something in the spirit. Something is not okay. Tato, if you're watching this video, Tato, and maybe I'll send it to you, but if you're watching this video, you need to pray, my brother. You need to pray. Yellow, white. That yellow car has got, these guys are in a hurry to get to somewhere, had MP on it, which is in Mpumalanga province, this side. And I know that place represents death in Mpumalanga. Death. So Tato, if you watch this video, please pray for your sister. Just pray for her, and the Spirit will reveal to you why. blue, silver. Black. That black BMW stands out to me. Silver, blue. No, we're not just recording cars today. Whoever thinks like we are just here to... Something about this... Something about that guy in that red car. And as he's going in that side, there's a red car. Red Audi coming on this side. Red and blue. So something about that combination sticks out to me. Blue and blue. Something about that combination sticks out to me. We're still building up. We are still building up. We are searching the spirit, and I'm also trying to search where my spirit is right now. Because I don't know where it is, and I have to find it. But I get the sense, in all probability, that it's ahead of me. So I just have to catch up. I just have to catch up with my spirit. That might not make sense to some of you. Is your spirit not supposed to be in your body? A spirit is a spirit. A spirit is a spirit. It doesn't really say much, but for those of you who ever get into the spirit, or whoever got into the spirit, there's another red Mini Cooper and a red Peugeot following behind it. So definitely something happening with that guy earlier. I can't interpret it yet because my spirit is not here to confirm it within me. So red, orange that side, orange, orange this side. Okay, so three orange cars. Again, I can't conclude anything, even though I might know what it is that they're trying to tell me. If the spirit is not within me to confirm it, I don't want to conclude it. I need my spirit to help me to interpret, even though I may already know what, because I work with my spirit a lot, which is God's spirit, my God state. So I know where it's leading me, but I don't wish to join the conclusion. That's a blue BMW, the fourth one of the day, and a fourth orange car. So right now we're in blue and orange. Blue and orange. Everest, some mountain. The wind is picking up where I am. There is a demon or a spirit or a heavy presence that stays here on this hill, on that side. A very heavy presence, and I will be going towards the directions. So that should be fun. So you might ask me, how do I know that that spirit is there since it's invisible? And invisible things are discerned spiritually. So I know, okay, my eye is opening up now. I know, which means my spirit is close to here. Karai Nenandra there. Okay, God says someone or something is following you. Yeah, my spirit in these days is very close to God's spirit. We are very close to one another. So even when I know Samar Nevara, okay, I know who it is. There's someone who's following my spirit. Centrai Meredo. Anyway, God says carry on with this spirit. So there's a spirit here. It's very demonic, very territorial, very loud, very large. I don't have the power. Another blue BMW. Seems to be the more common color these days, or this day. Blue. They're usually white for me. Anyway, there's a very heavy territorial spirit here, and I just got bumped by this little branch. So it knows that I'm here. I know that it is there. And Samar Devara. But I don't think we're going to be dealing with it today. Okay, I'm having my wits about me now. I kind of know where I am. I can see myself, finally. Which means I'm catching up to my spirit, which means I'm where I need to be spiritually. Let me just see if there's a path. It looks like there's a path this way. So I'm going to head towards this hill, this mountain. There's some kind of a angle grinder here, power tool, which means I will need to, oh boy, going down. Usually people run away from, oh man, I can hear and I can feel serpents here. I can hear Jenny Mensa. There is a bit of a path here, but as you can see, someone has already laid some bricks. I generally do not like to step onto things that somebody else put before me. So I'm just trying to see if there's one that I can lay for myself. If not, I will just follow the path that has already been set. So I'm searching. I don't like to step on other people's things, footsteps. But looks like there's nothing around, so Sela, let's just go for it. Use what is already available. Sarande. Okay, so we're going up. We may mumbling. I am mumbling now, which means I'm walking. Oh, woo! I never get used to that. Okay, so I'm walking in. Whoa! My God, there's a shadow behind me. Now I need to decide if I should go back. God, and I'm tired now. I'm out of breath. This is a bit early in the video for this. Usually this happens towards the end. Man. Like I said, it is a massive spirit. It's only 24 minutes in. I don't engage with spirits this early. And as I was saying earlier, I'm just going to stand here for a minute to compose myself. My spirit is very close to God all the time. which means it's not always in my body. Again, I can't define that for you. If you walk in the spirit, you may know what that means. I won't try to interpret it for you. But my spirit moves closely with God, and God teaches my spirit, influences my spirit, deposits into my spirit, and then it translates that for my understanding. Remember, when you pray in the spirit, you pray without understanding, but your spirit understands and God understands. So eventually the spirits have to, I'm just going to go up. The spirits eventually have to impart that knowledge for your understanding in the natural man. But there are things, there's a spirit here, it looks like a dog or a cat, black cat, something big. It's kind of wrapping itself around me. There's a snake that is moving down now, and there is a human figure at the top of this hill, but it is not human, but it looks human. It's got very strange eyes. I'm just looking behind me, making sure nothing is following through. There's confusion, there's madness, there's anger, a lot of confusion. Somartera. Woo! Oh boy. And we're right into it. Stuff. I have no interpretation for it. Okay, so the spirit is over here in this area. This is the main one. I'm going to move towards it, and then we're gonna see what we can come up with. There's a butterfly that just come here. Kind of just represents that there is something here. There's no other creatures around here. So there is a butterfly. I am being attracted to this. Like, it feels like this video is not even supposed to be here. Woo. And I was not supposed to be there. That area looks like it's a place where people tend to relieve themselves. For why I'm not supposed to be here. Hence the reason for the spirits being here. So this area with these feather-like things is sticking out to me for whatever reason. Hebra Esquenara, Mengla Bezonre de Nero, Extembre Deseo, green and orange gun. Green and orange gun. These are people who recycle. As you can see, these are bags of recycling bags. They recycle objects for a living, and that's their employment, basically. That's how they make ends meet, which is nothing wrong with that. At least they're doing something in these economies. There's a bit of a hill here that to me reminds me of a grave of some kind. This little patch, my spirit is leaving me again, so it means it's just going ahead of me. This is where I needed to start, but this reminds me of death. This reminds me of a grave of some kind. So I don't know if that is manifesting here somewhere. So my spirit is leaving me again, and I probably just need to catch up with it again. So I'm gonna go back to my dreamlike state. There's something here that reminds me of a snake, which I went Sharan. And now I can hear the people in the distance. They don't They don't necessarily like my presence here, but at the same time, they kind of don't mind because they kind of get the sense that I'm here to help. I'm here to assist. And I'm back to my butterfly. So let me follow my butterfly out. My blue butterfly. And there's 2 of them now. Saraya. So I'm heading out. We'll see what to do with this spirit. But again, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of anger. Obviously, there's poverty here. And the list goes on. But that madness is what I really need to deal with. This place also stands out for me with all the red plants. There's something very eerie here. But that's a word for it. And I'm actually walking towards the path I'm moving towards actually has those very plants. Very red, very mysterious looking plant or creature. You know, plants are creatures in their own rights. These are living species. So there's something quite eerie about it. It on itself, I'm sure, is beautiful, as God intended it. But in an environment like this, the way that it is set up, something is not. Saraya. Okay, looks like some purple now. Purple. Again, those of you who watch this, you don't have to do this kind of thing. It's not necessary for your spiritual growth unless God really leads you to it. Alcohol bottles. Again, there is junk and rubbish around, but again, it's because they use these things as their income for recycling. But nevertheless, in the natural, with your own natural eyes, you can see it's quite a mess. So that in itself kind of describes to you what kind of spirit is here. Yes, they are workers, but this is a junkyard for all intents and purposes. So there is a lot of dirt here, both in the natural, but I focus more on the spiritual. The natural, not so much. There's a tree trunk here. Embrai scatara, Mejangla brode, Extembre de Zora, Epars Kenea, so I can just get a better view of where I am. Climbing to a high place. This green sticks out to me. Amazon Ray Dovar, Extreme in Ray Skorai, Majen Rai Skinora, Ivei, Neskendai, Sheskantor Menaro, Sorabri Nekefrai, Ein Zebari. There was a black cat that just moved. There's birds now gathering there in the distance. You might not see them. But there's Sabradingo. And there is also a man there in the distance. And one that just walked past me, whom I didn't want to show. Sarai going down. Woo! There was a black cat. I couldn't show it to you because the black cat came relatively the same time as that man when he was moving past me. But there's a black cat that ran past just now. I don't think I'll find it, but it is here somewhere. But again, when I saw it in the spirit, it looked like a cat, but it looked like a dog at the same time. So there was something very Semar Debar. There was something very very spiritual about it. Kozer Nemara. Kein Rikoske Brone. Excengre de Perazo. Again, these are people's living quarters. Hold on. I'm trying to find a way out from here. I'll follow this path, see where this takes me. Whoa. Ow. There is someone trying to move around. Fortunately, the timing of my coming here is not the best because there are people. And now I need to try and avoid them as much as possible. As much as possible. There is a hole here with a head on it. With a head on it. Find that quite mysterious. But beyond it having a head on it, there is also a presence about it, which is what I wanted to capture. Now, maybe someone who put it there might have seen it as an innocent trinket. I don't know. Or they might actually have heard something more sinister about it, but there is a spirit behind that. There is a spirit behind it. So, in the nature, the evidence that there are things going on are there, but more than that, I follow the spirit. How's it? Eta? Yeah. So, obviously there is a man that is behind me now, so I am swiftly making my way out of here. But again, I don't pose too much of a threat. Nezare Menara Zentora. But kids. Something about kids. I'm not sure what it is, but something about kids. It's probably something I don't want to see, but there is something about kids here that I don't want to interpret just yet. Anyway, nevertheless, we are exiting. And this truck ahead is also one I was trying to avoid, and it seems to be moving out, so my timing has been perfected. Perfect timing. Or God's timing. Right, so yeah, there's a lot happening there. In the natural, the signs are there, but again, I focus more on the spirit. The spirit will reveal the natural, so on and so forth. And we are out. Saram Bradi. That was a quick start today. We don't normally get that intense that quickly. But again, these are not things that you Woo. Sorry, I'm just processing the spirit that I just came out of. As you can imagine, when you move into places like that, those spirits affect you as well. So I'm just processing what I've just come out of from. Woo. Okay, that was something. That was something. Purge security. Now I've seen the movie The Purge. Very scary movie. So seeing a security company by that name, there is a spirit here which the spirit is making me avoid something here. I don't know what it is. It's at this time when I think within myself whether I should release this video again or not. And when I do that, it's because I know I'm revealing things that are very uncommon. And some of these things might just make some of you go crazy, and I don't want that to happen. But I should imagine there's actually spirits all around me here. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I need an intercessor at this point in time. I work alone, but I can get the sense that I need an intercessor. So Ginny, I'm gonna use your spirit in the moment because I know you intercede. Otherwise I won't make it out from this place. Because everything here is a spirit now. And there are very dangerous spirits around me. So I'm just gonna connect with this intercessor and work our way through. Finding a path. Birds. These flocks of birds are just a manifestation or representation of the many spirits that are around me today. To the extent that I need help. You know me by now, I tend to work by myself, but in intense situations like this, nothing wrong with seeking a little bit of assistance. They are cute. However, in situations like this, they're a dangerous manifestation. So there's too many for one person to deal with. Again, the Bible says one will put away 1,000, two will put away 10,000. So we're at the 10,000 today, if you will. The intensity is very high. And these birds, as you can imagine, are talking to one another, so they are communicating. Likewise, the spirits around here are also themselves communicating with one another. Everything here is talking. Everything here is talking. So those of you who do get into more intensive battles, do find someone to cover you, to help you, to guide you. Again, if God calls you to it, He will supply whatever it is that you need. There is a big intersection here, and that also in itself adds to all that is happening here. So there is a hardware shop on this side, there's a food shop on this side. There's a lot happening here. So there's a lot of gathering of, there's people on the streets, there's cars on the move. So this intersection in itself, just in the natural, is very busy. So you can imagine there's a lot of activity here, both in the natural as well as in the spiritual. But mind you, this place looks clean relative to the place that I just came from, where there was a mess everywhere. And I say that to say this: just because it looks better doesn't mean that it's cleaner. There's a post I actually saw earlier about someone who says, be careful who you marry, because sometimes the packaging looks nice on the outside, which is what we're dealing with here. The packaging looks nice on the outside, but the content within is rotten or rotting. And I did give that word to somebody. I ministered to her to say, there's someone that you're dating, that you're seeing, that looks good or beautiful or outstanding on the outside, but internally there are issues. And I don't know if this word applies to this young lady, I hope not, but the possibilities are there. They look nice on the outside, but it's a mess internally, which is again where discernment comes in, because you cannot see the inside of somebody. You can't see their intent. You don't know their thoughts. There's a spirit that is trying to jump inside of me. So let me just move back a bit. I think this girl was a distraction. And unfortunately, I do get in the flesh a lot, so that distraction is supposed to set me up for whatever it is that is ahead of me, that wishes to jump inside. So let me just gather myself. It's quite intense where I am right now spiritually. It's very intense. Do you know what it feels like? We have gravity that is pulling us down. So now just imagine gravity multiplied by 10. That is the magnitude of the weight of the spirits around me. It's like gravity multiplied. So things are pressing down onto me. It feels like pressure. That is how I describe how it feels like when the spirits start to fight against me. It's like pressure from the outside. Karaze brone. But we'll go on. We shall go on nevertheless. But anyway, so even this part that I'm on, you can see there's quite a few. It's not as intense as the ones that I saw earlier, but there is a serpent here. There is a snake that is trying to wrap itself. This is just a manifestation, so I'll pick this up. Black mamba. So it's very dangerous, very deadly. I will pick this up. And this is not by chance, by the way. It's to say that I did dream about a snake earlier this week, and it was very, very scary. And unfortunately, when I see it in a dream, it means, again, I can't control how I come out of it. So I'm just going to pick these two up. Again, if you see it from this view, you can kind of see it looks like a snake. So I'm just creating a parable for you as to what I am currently dealing with. There are serpents, there are snakes. So I'm giving you a visual depiction from the place that I'm going to. So I'm just, even just talking about this is exhausting me. Just trying to find the direction where this spirit is coming from, and I get the sense it's probably everywhere. It's probably everywhere, so it's gonna be hard for me to get through here. Tiff, if you don't mind, I'm gonna use part of your spirit, part of your intercession, and some of your angels to get past here. There is a sign here that says security services 24/7 guarding. So I'm just going to, because I got the sense, and this number 444 stands out to me. 444. I get the sense that if I bring some of your angels here, some of them won't make it out, is what the Spirit is telling me. So I'm just going to intensify their spirits a bit, give them appropriate cover, strengthen them, shar meher karar, ver kenar nenandre sendrea kerea, make them a bit bigger, make them a bit wider, make them a bit broader, make them a bit staunchier, sabra grehera, hera graglar, kera gragregio gregraski prade granembre grehiro, make them a bit quicker, sherar gregarahanmere devero, help them to follow instructions a bit better, because I can see some of them are a bit, they're not well trained. Sarne mendre darker, rener teder tebra. Nothing by your doing, is just how spirits, when they come to us the first time, they don't necessarily always know what it is that they're doing. Covering their thoughts, covering their minds, so that their minds stay. You know that there was a point when angels slept with the daughters of men in the Old Testament, which means that angels can sometimes go astray, and we even understand the devil himself was an angel. So don't assume that they are perfect beings. Don't assume that when they come to you, everything is been sorted. Sometimes it's not. That's why you need to put on your God form sometimes to help them, to help you better. To help them, to help you better. There is another mini. This one looks a bit strange, but it's red nevertheless. So that's gonna be the sign for me to carry on. I think there's a third or fourth red mini. And I was also waiting for these two ladies. The one on the left is a witch. I know people don't like to be accused. They don't like it when we accuse people of such things. But she is the one that I was waiting for to get past so that I can move here with greater ease. So, Saraya, we are moving. Parai stendrai peredosa. There are gentlemen behind me getting high, smoking some weed, which is another spirit. I don't speak much about it because it's so common. But there is another spirit. What are you getting high into? Like, I am high in a spirit right now. So when you get high, what spirit are you using? So I can imagine, or you should imagine, that that spirit there is not the best of one. So I spoke about the red Mini that went past. There is a blue BMW, and I will take those combined as me being where I needed to be. Sarai. So as you can see, it's quite busy again. These men, if you can call it a food chain, will be at the bottom of it, because these are people hustling again to make ends meet. And as you can see, their avenues are less enterprise relative to the area that we are in. So these are more organized, and these are trying to establish themselves. So you can imagine the wealth gap. You can imagine the wealth gap that is here. Alcohol, and that man is handing a cigarette over to somebody. Speaking about wealth gap, there's a large Mercedes-Benz that is passing. Relative to those who are here, you can imagine there is a large disparity. And when there is disparities, just understand that spirits are generally involved. Greed on one side, poverty and desperation on the other. Greed on the one side, or I'm just trying to figure out which way to go. Okay, there's a blue BM there, so I'm gonna follow that for a little while, see where that goes. Or I'll just stand here. The lady in green, lady in red by a red car on that side. And I get the sense that so green and red, I get the sense that something doesn't want me to be showing any of this to ya. Farai. Pares and Redie. This sweet shop seems to be sticking out to me. Sweets, red sweets. Anyway, this is the direction that we're moving, so we're gonna master recording. I never know. We're gonna be moving towards something about this guy in red, the red and the black there. Birds. This place where I am seems more peaceful, but I mean, that's just, I don't know what's going on, but something is not right. I feel like my body is being cut up spiritually. Something is definitely jumping in, and I think it's this building actually. There's something tracking me. This is where I'm going, Builder's Warehouse, but there's something that's tracking me from inside. Something quite dangerous. So I'm just going to, I won't be able to record, obviously it's a shop, so they won't allow me to bring this in. But this is the place where I needed to be. Oh, I mentioned the snake. So I had a dream about a snake. It was very fast, it was very dangerous. And I could not prevent it from coming towards me. So I get the sense that I'm probably within that place, within that container, because it came out of a container. And this place looks like a container. So I am for all intents and purposes, moving towards a serpent that I'm going to have to deal with. So I'm just preparing myself. There's a wasp that just flew past me. I don't know what that represents, but there's a wasp here. He's trying Merzora. Okay, let me go ahead with it. We'll see how it goes, and I will inform you later how it happens. But for all intents and purposes, we are about to enter the dragon's lair, or the serpent's lair. 66, and I'm sure you know by now 66 is the serpent. So, Sela, Peraskin, Perenez, I'll see you on the other side.